My name is Axel, I'm from Artificial Intelligence and I'm very happy to be with you today. Now, follow me on a guided tour of the coding school. When you log on to the coding school, you'll be presented with what's known as the dashboard. In this example, I'm logged in as Julie. Julie is currently on a free course, which means she has access to all the tutorials. She has 19 projects in progress. She has 160 practice exercises and she can have 65 assessments. However, Julie can be part of a program or class. As you can see, she's part of the HTML learning class and MCQc. To access her class, simply click on the class name and the dashboard has changed. She now has 26 tutorials, 40 training exercises and 17 assessments. We now return to the free courses. And we are going to create a project. To do this, go to Project, then My Projects. Then I'll select the language I want to learn. So I'll select Web. Next, we need to fill in the form. We'll give it a title. Let's select the files. HTML to build the site's foundations and CSS for decoration. Now it's time to add a description. Feel free to write whatever you like. Then click on Create and open the project.
On your left is the code sheet, where you'll code your site. On the right, you'll see a preview of what you've coded. Let's see an example.
Here we're going to write a title in our site, and as you can see, it's displayed on the right. This is done in real time. If you need to learn how to code, you can call up the tutorials. To do this, press the Tutorial button, and the tutorials will appear on your right. You can select the language you want to learn. Here we'll select HTML. As you can see, we have cards containing different tutorials for the selected language. Let's take an example and study the tutorial to make a comment in my code. As you can see, the tutorial has already been studied, so there's a Start Again button. Otherwise, there will be a Start or Resume button. Most tutorials include 1 or 2 videos, followed by a written tutorial. We're going to insert a comment in my code sheet as indicated in the tutorial. At any time I can see if my code is working by clicking on the Preview tab. You can always return to the tutorials by clicking on the Tutorial tab. We're going to create a new file in our website. To do this, we'll need to go to the Site Explorer, which contains our site's tree structure. We're going to create a file called information.html. Be careful not to forget the .html extension, as we're coding in HTML. We'll press the New File button, then write the name of the file with the .html extension. Finally, a new page will open. We have the index page and the information page. We're going to write the structure of an HTML page and write a little text. If you'd like to see the result, click on the Live Preview button and a new tab will open with your code. You can always return to the index page and click on Live Preview. Using the tutorials, we're now going to create a hypertext link, which is a button that redirects the user to a page on our site. Once we've found the tutorial, we click on Start. After reading the tutorial, I apply it. I write the tag that allows you to make a hypertext link, putting information.html in the tag. We are now going to test the code. To do this, click on I want information, and we will arrive at the information.html page. The interest of a coding school is that you can call on the services of coaches. Let's take an example. We're going to deliberately remove the .html extension from the hypertext link to create an error. As you can see, we have an error. So we're going to ask for help. So I'll click on the Help Me button and explain my problem in as much detail as possible. To send the message, I'll press Send. As you can see, in the top right-hand corner I received a notification. A coach has corrected my problem. So let's see what he wrote to me by clicking on the Help button we saw earlier. If you scroll down, you'll see your application history. Let's take a look at the one we're interested in. As you can see, the coach responded to my request for help. In my case, I had forgotten to put the .html extension on line 16. Now it works. To close the help request, click on the Help Request button and the tab will close. We'll now take a look at the training exercises. To launch them, click on Exercises, then a Training. Training exercises are organized by language and level. For this video, we'll take a look at HTML. In the first exercise, I'm asked to write a paragraph in HTML. Having studied the course, I'm going to do the exercise. To check that I've got it right, I'll click on to see the correction, and I've got it right. I can also take a look at the preview of my code. If you wish to be assessed, which mean to be corrected by a teacher, you can do the graded exercises. To do so, click on Exercises, then a Graded. We're going to select HTML and then do an exercise we've never done before, such as travel blogging. So we click on Start. On the left, you'll see the statement in text or video form, with artificial intelligence. We're not going to do the exercise, just write a paragraph. Once you've completed the exercise, you can send it by clicking on the small notch and pressing OK. We are waiting for the correction. To see your notes, go back to the home screen and click on My Exercise Corrections. As you can see, some exercises have not yet been corrected, so you'll have to wait until a teacher corrects you to see your grades. However, let's take an exercise that has already been corrected, the photo album exercise. By clicking on it, we can see the corrector's name, our grade, and the teacher's comment if necessary. We're now going to create a group project. Group projects can be used for seminars or in-class projects with your teacher. You can also use them for projects outside Neoma. We'll click on Our Projects, then My Projects. I'll select a web and take an example for the title, selecting the HTML and CSS files. Now I'll select the teammates I want to integrate into my project. We'll be integrating Stefan Mott into the project. I'll type in the beginning of his email address to find him. To assign it to the project, click on the A+ button on the left. Then, in the description, I suggest you include the names of project participants. Once done, click on Create and open the project. You can always call the tutorials or ask for help. If you are the creator of the group project, to find it you just need to go to Projects, then My Projects. You can see that the project is there with my other projects. To open it, I click on it. My teammates can also access my project. We'll be logging on to the coding school as Stefan Mott. Now we will go to Projects and to Team Projects. We can search for the project and, once found, click on it to join. You can write code, create new pages, call up tutorials and request help. If you would like to test yourself with multiple choice questions and earn level badges, click on the Multiple Choice Questions tab at the bottom left of your screen. You will now choose the MCQ you wish to take. Now it's up to you to choose the right answer for each question. Once you've finished, click on Finish, and you'll get your score straight away. We can see that the student has the maximum mark and has therefore passed all the questions. Now I wish you every success in your teaching at the coding school.